Give us a smile, Cinderella. So did you guess what this book was about? A story about brushing your teeth. Give us a smile, Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a young girl called Cinderella. She lived in a big house with her mean old stepmother and two horrible stepsisters, Griselda and Prunella. They made poor Cinderella do all the housework while they lazed about eating cakes and sweets. Griselda and Prunella were so lazy that they couldn't even be bothered to brush their teeth. Their teeth went yellow, then green, then brown, and some of them even fell out. The stepsisters often had toothache too, which made them even meaner. Poor Cinderella worked hard all day, but no matter how tired she was, she always brushed her teeth twice a day, once in the morning and again just before bedtime. When she went to sleep, Cinderella dreamed that she was married to a handsome prince, lived in a beautiful castle, and never had to do any housework. Ever. As it happened, there was a handsome prince called Rupert in a castle not very far away. His dad, the king, wanted Rupert to get married, and he had a brilliant idea. "We'll hold a ball," he cried excitedly. "What, a football?" asked Rupert. "No, not a football," said the king. "A ball, a big posh party. You're bound to find the girl of your dreams, and we'll have the wedding the week after." So that was settled. A few days later, the invitations to the royal ball were sent out. "Look, there's one for me," gasped Cinderella. "Yes, but you can't go," sneered Griselda. "That's right," said Prunella. "You've got nothing to wear." The stepsisters made Cinderella brush their hair. Then they made her lace them into their ball gowns. Finally, the stepsisters and their mother went to the ball, leaving Cinderella at home on her own. Cinderella sat on the floor and started to cry. Then, poof! A beautiful lady appeared in a cloud of smoke. "Who are you?" gasped Cinderella. "I am your fairy godmother," said the lady. "And Cinderella, you shall go to the ball." Poof! Here's your ball gown. Poof! Here are your glass slippers. And poof! Here are your coach and horses. "Magic!" gasped Cinderella. "Well, yes," chuckled her fairy godmother, "but the magic will only last until midnight, so make sure you're home by then." "Oh, Dad, I'll never find the girl of my dreams," Prince Rupert moaned to the king. "I've just danced with two girls with terrible teeth and breath like stinky cheese." "Keep trying, lad," said the king. Just then a girl walked in with the most beautiful smile Rupert had ever seen. "Who's that?" said Griselda and Prunella. They had no idea it was Cinderella. Prince Rupert was in love. He wouldn't dance with anyone else for the rest of the night. At the end of the evening, he took Cinderella's hand and said, "Will you be my..." Bong, bong, bong. The clock started to strike midnight. Bong, bong, bong. Cinderella ran through the crowded ballroom. Bong, bong, bong. One of her shoes fell off. Bong, bong, bong. Cinderella had just skidded through the palace doors when, poof! She was back in her raggedy old dress again. "Oh, pants!" cried Prince Rupert. "The girl of my dreams has disappeared." Then he saw Cinderella's tiny glass slipper and had a great idea. He would ask every girl in the kingdom to try on the shoe, and whoever it fit, he would marry. So the prince trailed around the kingdom looking for his true love, but the shoe didn't fit anyone. At last he arrived at Cinderella's house. Griselda, Prunella and Cinderella all tried on the shoe. And oh dear, it fit all of them. Then the prince said, I know, smile for me. So Prunella smiled, Griselda smiled, and Cinderella smiled too. It's really you, said the prince. Your smile is magical. There's no magic involved, said Cinderella, just toothpaste. Say you'll marry me, cried the prince. Well, let me see your smile first, said Cinderella. The prince smiled, showing a row of sparkly white teeth. Okay, then, said Cinderella, and they lived happily ever after. If you want to pause it at this point, you can have a look and see if there's any of the next steps that you'd like to try.